President Trump comes across as a pretty tough guy. He has actually, literally, and I use the word correctly, survived an assassination attempt, plus some other conspiracies that we may or may not know about. He had the entire Department of Justice come after him without surcease, without the slightest hesitation, wanting to put him in prison for the rest of his life. And when you're 78, it's not a long time. He wanted to destroy him, his legacy, his family, his business, his good name, everything. And he beat them all. Every single one, he beat every one of them without hesitation. I mean, it was brutal. And he did it. He did it with a panache and with a style that is just unseen, unknown, unheard of. But don't think for a moment that this hasn't affected him. Don't think that he has not suffered his own version of PTSD. Don't think for 1 minute that despite all of his YMCA dances and that look on his face, that he somehow hasn't felt this. He's a human being. Think about this. Why did he do this? 78 years old. You know, the stress that life puts on you. I know he doesn't come across this. He would get done with a court case, get on a plane and fly to I don't know how he did it in terms of energy and the like, but understand, this is something that has to be understood. It's his personality, his sensibility, his psychology, his mental state, his sense of equanimity and equipoise, the sense of balance. He is in a position, ladies and gentlemen, that he has had to withstand things that people don't go through. How does he not blow a gasket? How does he keep doing this? And for what? He doesn't need to do this. He was the most loved, the most cared for, they love this guy. And now, we love him, but I wonder, do we love him more than his enemies hate him? That's the question. And all I know is that we've got 4 years ahead of us. And he had better be ready to go and ready to absolutely destroy these people. I want to see Antifa dismantled, prosecuted, everybody. MS-13, TDA out of Venezuela, everybody. He can't let us down. Get ready for this. And while everybody wants to sing YMCA, that's great. I don't. That song gets on my nerves right now to the point where I'm thinking, do you understand what's going on? Do you know, I mean, there's battle hymns and, you know, it's a long way to Tipperary and over there and all that stuff. But this song should never replace the battle. That's background. There are people who really just want to get involved in this just in terms of the fun and the excitement and all of that stuff. I hope they recognize how serious this is and how we are fighting, in essence, a form of evil that nobody thought or saw possible. I want you to understand something. Do not think I'm overdoing this. Do not think I'm just saying this for the sake of, you know, numbers or metrics. This is a war. And if you sat down with that president and he could let his hair down, so to speak, and you said, tell me what you're going through, I think you'd be shocked. Who does he have? Who are his friends? Who is his family? You think Melania is there for him? You think barren? He wants to subject who? He has to maintain this veneer. You don't go through this. Human beings aren't supposed to go through this. Who does he go to? Putin said it best. Putin said, I hope he stays out of Washington and says, I can't trust you. I do not trust my government. I do not trust them. Because if anything did happen to him, they didn't even get to the bottom of what happened during the assassination attempt. They still haven't done that. They haven't figured that out. They don't care. This is war. So forgive me if I come across a little bit upset about this. This is war. I want to hear about the battle. What are we going to do? Start scaring these people. Enough with the Mar-a-Lago stuff. Enough with that, taking pictures and selfies. I know you can't get around that. But I want to hear about what are you going to do? I can't wait. Start now. Start now. Go let them know. Make them think, holy shit, this guy's serious. Scare them. They're not scared. They're not. And I think we have to realize that he has to surround himself with killers, figuratively speaking. Thank you for watching me. Do you know that 87% of the people who watch my videos, we found out, never subscribe? 87%. Please subscribe, dear friend, and comment as you see fit.